Hello there, says Revenge of the Sith memes. As we all know, Tekken 8 is not in a very good spot at the minute due to many questionable balance changes. So instead of talking about the balancing like everyone else has, today we're going to talk about what's coming in the future. Well, if Tekken 8 even has a future at this point, I really don't know. Yes, I'm going to put on my Nostradamus hat and try and predict what's coming for Season 3. What characters, what stages, and what other things could come. Okay, so the real reason I've done this video is because I think I've noticed a bit of a structure with how they've been structuring their season passes. Okay, let me explain. Okay, so the first character has been a well-respected Tekken veteran from the past. The second character has been a newcomer from Tekken 7. Third character has been a holy shit kind of character. And then the fourth character is kind of something new along the lines of either a guest or just a new Tekken character entirely. So that will be the structure that I'm working off of with these predictions. Okay, so for this first character, there's a lot of avenues we could go down. We could go for Bob, but I think they'd have difficulties adjusting all the cosmetics to fit his model, so probably not. Mainly because of his size. You could have Craig Marduk to complete the King story trifecta. You could even have Eliza, the Demon Mummy, though maybe not just due to a 2D centric style, but Tekken is a 2D game anyway, so who really cares at this point? Roger the boxing kangaroo, or even fucking Gong. But I feel like my looking pick is gonna be Miguel. Because again, like Eddie and Anna before him, he kind of feels missing from Tekken 8. Piranha, she felt kind of missing because her VA was doing the trails and yet they wouldn't put her character into the game, which is kind of crazy. And also Eddie, because capoeira is a big fighting style which went underrepresented until his DLC came out. So I feel like also with Miguel, he's kind of been missing in terms of lore, because I feel in the game about Jin's redemption, his biggest hater should be there. Okay, so next, the Tekken 7 newcomer. I mean, looking at this wiki page of all the characters, none of them really seem to have any notoriety, or they're already in the game, like Leroy and Lydia and fucking Ram. I mean, you have Kunimitsu 2, but Kunimitsu 2 is kind of a grey area because it is kind of a legacy character, because Kunimitsu 1 was her mother. So I'm really not sure how to like categorize her. So Kazumi, but her story kind of ended in Tekken 7, and there really wouldn't be any point to them bringing her back unless they're gonna fucking revive her as well. But in my search, I have found one character who I think would be pretty good for Season 3. And you're all gonna fucking hate me for this. I'm proposing Lucky Chloe. Okay, put the pitchforks down. Stop booing, please. Hear me on this one. I think out of all the Tekken 7 newcomers, I think Lucky Chloe is probably the one with like the most personality, because she has a very unique fighting style in the case that she can dance, and the fact that she's based on the common cold known as an ego. So it would just be really funny to watch her fuck with Eddie again. Next up is our holy shit character. Character needs to get people out of their seats at EVO. And who could be worthy of such a title? Could it be Baek Do-san, also known as Hwoarang's predecessor? Could it be Alex, the boxing dinosaur? Or perhaps it could be Wang, the old ass man? Maybe even bringing back Ancient Ogre. Wouldn't that be so cool? Sorry to break it to you guys, but the devs do seem incredibly hesitant to bring anyone back who isn't from Tekken 7. So all of those characters can just be thrown in the fucking bin. So with that said, who are we left with? Well, that gives us two options, Julia Chang or Lei Wulong. And I'm gonna place my bet on Lei Wulong. Why is Lei popular enough to be in the slot? I don't really know. He's a very goofy policeman, from what I can tell. And he had stances before it was cool in Tekken 8. So I imagine in this game, they'll give him like 50 of them. Alright, now we get to the hard part. This is our brand new character. And to be honest, looking at how Tekken has gone for the past few years, it could really be anything. So I'm not even going to try and speculate on what a brand new Tekken character could look like, because, I mean, have you seen Clive? So instead, I'm just going to speculate about a guest character. I made a list of these beforehand when Clive was going to be revealed, and honestly, looking at it now, I don't know what the fuck I was smoking with some of these. That must have been some good shit. I mean, some of them were pretty good though. For example, Ichiban Kasuga from Yakuza gives you an excuse to reuse some of Negan's movesets. Next up, Jotaro Kujo from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which at first sounds weird until you remember that Bandai Namco did have the rights to make the fighting game. And it could provide some unique puppet-based gameplay, which we haven't really seen in Tekken before. You got Roy Obsley from Genshin Impact. He can punch stuff with ice. It makes more sense than you think. And Tifa from Final Fantasy VII. That's not fucking happening. But there is one company that hasn't yet paid their debts to the Bamco gods. Do you remember back in 2021 when a certain Tekken fighter came to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Okay, yeah, I'm putting forward the theory that a Nintendo character's gonna get in, alright? Okay, let me get this out of the way now. Mario is not coming to Tekken. Have you seen him? That won't fit against Kazuya and Heihachi. Although they did add Gon in Tekken 3, so I really don't know. So, if not Nintendo's mascot, who could they add? Would it be Link or any sort of Fire Emblem character? Probably not, considering one, Fire Emblem is a bit niche, and secondly, I think they probably want to stay away from the sort of Clive direction after the last guest character that came into Tekken 8. Could it be Donkey Kong? I mean, adding a giant gorilla to Smash wouldn't be the first animal they put into Tekken. Could it be Samus from Metroid? Although I don't know how that would work considering her left limb has a giant fucking blaster on it, but I'm sure they could find a workaround. Link may not get in, but I think Ganondorf might stand a chance. I mean, he's kind of the perfect Tekken character with his moral ambiguity and magic powers, and actually kind of having a fighting style in Smash, so I don't know, I think Ganondorf could be a good fit. However, there is one character who I think would be absolutely perfect for Tekken, even if his franchise is dead. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it might be Captain Falcon. Firstly, of all the characters in Nintendo's roster, I think Captain Falcon's the one who would actually look the best in a Tekken game, considering, you know, he's human and he has skin. He has a unique fighting style. He can use fire, which would be different to the electrics the Mishimas use. Oh wait, scratch, actually, it won't be that different because fucking Clive uses fire. Okay, I guess we're not moving far away after all. I guess all I'm trying to say is he's human, he has 4 limbs, and he can fight. He's good enough for me. Plus, I mean, he can be used to advertise a potential Nintendo Switch 2 port of Tekken 8. You see? Like a web, this all intertwines. But games, what about the 2 stages we could get with the Season Pass? Oh, you think I forgot, did you? No. Let's talk stages. Captain Falcon gets a stage based on Big Blue. There you go, that's my first prediction. My other prediction is some sort of Waffle House themed stage. Now, it doesn't have to be exactly Waffle House. I'm not sure if Waffle House really wants that kind of reputation, even though they well deserve it. But you know, just make it a restaurant, either like a Leroy's or an As Is Saying Is, you know, something that kind of feels like a Waffle House, but not at the same time, using an already existing Tekken brand or something. I mean, either that or we just get another infinite stage, kind of like the one we had in 7. So yeah, here's all my predictions, nicely laid out on a nice season pass. I'll see you all in a year's time where either I'm right or George Washington from America the Motion Picture becomes a guest character.
What has happened? We need to know